Hi, I'm Grace Stores. I'm the editor of Movement, and we're here at Move America 2024 today. I'm currently joined by Robert Winans, the Chief Supply Chain Officer for Panasonic Energy of North America. Thank you so much for joining me today, Robert. How's your Move America experience been so far?
So far, it's been great. It's cool to see all the new technologies that are on display here. I see a number of our partners that we work with at Panasonic as well, as we continue to scale up our EV battery production.
Yeah, great, amazing. And I understand that you're participating in a keynote panel called Building Resilience Across the Supply Chain. Can you tell me about some of your main takeaways from that talk?
Sure. I think the first one is Panasonic Energy is scaling up right now. So we are currently in Nevada, where we produce roughly 5.5 million cells per day.
Wow.
We recently produced our 10 billionth cell this summer in Nevada. We serve one customer there. So we're all about scaling up. And with scale, we're adding our second location in DeSoto, Kansas. So a big part of my charter is to bring that location up, and we'll almost double our gigawatt hour output in the United States once Kansas is online Q1 of next year. So one takeaway is, as we scale up, it's critical we build the supply chain to allow us to do that.
Yes.
The second takeaway from my panel session is we're partnering with new suppliers. Mm-hmm. An objective of Panasonic Energy North America is to set up a supply base here in North America, whether that's the US, Canada, Mexico. We're partnering with new suppliers consistently. One example is a company called Novonix, based out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, who will be the very first synthetic graphite producer for EV cylindrical in North America. So we've contracted with them. They'll come online in 2026. We also have our battery can, so the outside casing of a lithium-ion battery, H&T out of Germany, will be with us in Kansas. So we're establishing these domestic partnerships to build the domestic supply chain. Lastly, we're also working with a company in Canada around critical minerals. They will supply mined graphite out of Quebec, and then they'll move that graphite roughly 30 to 40 miles away, and they'll process it in a battery-grade material. So when we do this, we establish a North America supply chain, we reduce emissions from logistics overseas, and we're really starting to build up North America to be a center of the battery industry.
Yeah, amazing. So from that panel, obviously you were joined by different companies from across the supply chain.
Yeah.
What did you learn from them about the needs of the supply chain? Because obviously you've just told us about how some of your strategies are aligning with those needs. What did you learn from them about needs?
One takeaway was we're all trying to do the same thing, right? There's a heavy reliance on Asia, particularly China, for these critical minerals. We really want to move that supply base closer to where the customer is, right? Whether you're General Motors, who was on the panel, Panasonic, and we serve multiple OEMs, we want to move that supply chain here where the consumers are and where the final automobile assembly is. Mm-hmm. And that was a very, very common theme from the panel with my peers.
Yeah, nice. So what major trends do you see shaping the future of mobility, particularly in EV batteries?
Yeah, I think what we're seeing is, for sure, we will see range, so broader range, faster charging, continued focus on safety and durability. Mm-hmm. So improving that cell, which when you take the multitude of cells, improves the car range. Right? You'll see 400 or 500 miles now. We want to bump that up, maybe double that by the end of the decade. So you're seeing new battery materials come in. We're seeing in the anode a lot of silicon coming in, which has more density and capacity. Yes. There's some things to work through with silicon, but you're seeing these battery materials change and evolve to new suppliers with really what we call new age materials. Two, obviously the charging infrastructure. If you see it over in Europe, it's built out a bit more. In China, it's built out a bit more. In this country, we need to work on that. And that'll be a trend where you'll see a lot of investment going.
Yes, but also we have to remember America is such a huge country. Yeah. It's like 50 countries in its own, all states. So Europe is arguably more advanced, but America is getting there.
Yes, totally agree. Gas stations need to start eventually becoming charging stations.
Yeah.
Or both.
Yes, yes, definitely. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here at Move America.
Great, thank you so much.